So as I've promised, I wanted to give you a way to add an additional income stream to your financial planning practice. And a lot has come up for me that I'm thinking maybe has come up for you. If you haven't booked a call with me yet to really customize a plan for you, or if you're not using the FCC sales system, I'm concerned that there are things maybe holding you back from taking action. Because I know when I first started, a lot came up for me, a lot of concerns. So my guess is that your first concern is compliance. So because this is different, this is a little bit outside of the box, I'm talking to you about adding an additional income stream that maybe you've never done before, and so you might be thinking, that's, compliance isn't going to stand for that. The second concern you might be having is about coaching. So what I mentioned in one of the first videos that you saw about the FCC sales system, I showed you these stair steps of what I did and how I went into a high ticket or a high end offer for my clients. And really what I did with them was coaching. And you might be thinking, well, I'm not certified or I don't know how to coach. And I can relate because I didn't either. And the third thing that might be coming up for you is that this can't work for me. Notice how creative? They're all C's. But you might be thinking this can't work for you. Maybe you're thinking that you don't know how to do it, or you're not sure how to make it work with your broker-dealer. That goes back to compliance, but not just compliance. It's also partly of, maybe you don't feel like you have the skills and tools to do that. So I gave you the FCC sales system so that you can actually start to understand what your clients need, and that's going to help you kind of cross this bridge. Here's the cool thing. This is the awesome part, okay? Even if all you got from this, the FCC sales system that I taught you before, and if you haven't seen it or you haven't really gotten it, watch that video again. But if all you get is that you're able to increase your sales and increase the assets under management that you have, then that would be incredible too. So I want you to know, no matter what, even if you don't want to deal with compliance and you don't want to deal with coaching, that you can make this work, because you can use this system to really provide more value to your clients and to really help them. And by helping them, they're going to trust you more and want you to manage their money, or want you to help them with whatever it is they need. Those of you who do want to really take this action and make this work, I'm going to help you. So here's the coolest thing. All right, there's more cool stuff. So how do you deal with the compliance issue? I'm going to tell you how I did it specifically, because like I said, as I was thinking of whether or not you're using this or whether or not you're concerned about these things, I kept thinking, gosh, I'd be really freaked out about this, because I know I was. And so what I started with is a financial plan. And here's how I did it. Okay, at first I was giving away some of these financial plans for free because I had some family and maybe some friends that I was kind of practicing it on, so I gave it away for free. Then I thought, okay, I'm going to charge $500. That was my thought. But what I did is I said, okay, you can pay me $250. Pay me $250, and then it's going to be $500, but pay me $250, and then if we don't work together, you pay me another $250. So then that was kind of how I sold it, for $500, but most people ended up working with me, and I gave them an incentive to do so. Now, what I realized is that it was kind of weird, because I kind of felt like I was bribing them. So I actually did go from $250 to $500, and I stopped giving away, giving them the second half back, and they just paid $250 to get the financial plan. They paid $250 so that I would go create the financial plan, and then when I delivered it, I'd get another $250. So that jump was pretty easy. I just realized that I didn't want to feel like I was bribing them. I really wanted them to work with me because they wanted to work with me. Now, after that, I started realizing, because I was using the FCC sales system, I really started to, and I'm going to put this on, I'm going to reveal this here. I started to realize what my clients really needed. So I created my own system. Okay, and that system really developed and really morphed, and I'll talk about that system in a second. But when I was at the next level, which was $1,000, I didn't quite have the system yet, but I started to realize that it was more than just a financial plan. Because when I did the FCC sales system and I uncovered their frustrations, their challenges, and their concerns, I was realizing that one of their challenges was that they had no clarity about their money. And so one of the things that I started to give them was clarity about their money. So I literally started just like giving more and more value, and just like that, increasing my prices. $250, $500, $1,000. Next price point was $1,500. Did I miss? Oh, I missed something. Sorry, 750. This is actually, I went from 500. I didn't go to 1,000 yet. Sorry about that. I went to 750. Then I went to 1,000. It was incremental for me. Then I went to 1,500. Then my clients were getting super incredible results, and so I started getting more and more confident. And I realized that the clients who paid more attention, and so they got better results. And so I thought, wow, that as I increase my prices, I get better and better, more and more committed clients. So then I went to the $2,500 mark. Okay, now again, I realized what they needed, so I started to do some coaching with them, and I started to really understand like how when they had clarity of their money, they got incredible results. So that included, that really morphed into my system, which I call KimGym. This stands for Know Your Money to Grow Your Money, okay? And my system had to do with really getting clarity about what's coming in, what money was coming in, what money they were spending or what was going out, and what was left over at the end of the month. Now there's a lot more to this system, but when I started getting my clients clear about their money, know your money to grow your money, that's what started to happen. They were saving more and spending less. So as I continued to improve my KimGym system, and I started to add some money coaching, because a lot of what was going on was also in their mind. There was a lot of mindset challenges that they were having. So I started to work with them around their beliefs and their behaviors. Now, when that happened, I started charging more again, but I was really starting to get really fed up with giving most of my money away. I wasn't most, but a lot of the money to the broker-dealer. And in this case, at this point, I was actually giving up about 40%. So my payout was about 60%, and I was really frustrated because I was doing all this work. Now, granted, I would get then assets under management, and I would get sell more commissionable products because then they trusted me. So my broker-dealer was happy, but they thought this was all part of my financial plan, which again, it kept changing. So what I did instead is I tried to negotiate and get this to be an OBA, an outside business activity. But my existing broker-dealer wouldn't have that. They still wanted to take a cut of this, which I wasn't happy with. So I had to do something different, and this is another solution for you. Now, what I did was I started to look for another broker-dealer. When I went up to the $3,600 price point, at that point, I think it was somewhere between that point and my $5,000 price range. Again, I kept adding more value. That's very important. I did add more value, but when I did that, I actually went to a different broker-dealer. And I negotiated that I'm going to do my KimGym, my money coaching, and this is a system that I've created that is not related to a financial plan anymore. This is much more about the mindset, the beliefs, and behaviors. And so I was able to negotiate that and get to having 100% of this. And then literally I went to 5,000, 7,500, 9,000, and 12,000. This actually all happened in about, 18 months, something like that. So it happened pretty quickly, but I would encourage you to do something similar, that you don't have to go, and when I first told you that video going from 500 to 12,000, because that was like the main price point I did for a while, I'm not expecting you to do that right away. Okay, and I want to help you do that, because whether you're here and maybe you're thinking, I can't do this, I'm not ready for that, but you know you need help, then definitely schedule a call with me, because I can help you at a minimum. I can help you sell more. If you just want to increase the assets under management that you have, or you just want to attract more clients, or you just want to, maybe you do want to start some money coaching and you would like to figure out how to do this with your broker-dealer as an OBA, then I can help you with that. And what's amazing is that, of course, I've done all this. I've cracked the code, I've figured it out, and my broker-dealer has allowed me to do that. So I know there's a broker-dealer out there that will do it. So if you have any desire to do this, or any desire even to grow your business, make sure you set up a time to talk to me, because I am doing this for a short amount of time. So I'm looking for people who are really committed and motivated and want to get huge results. And look, most of you will not become my client because I'm very particular and selective with who I work with, but I am so dedicated and totally committed to you getting phenomenal results and growing your business. So anyone who talks to me, and does the 15-minute quick call with me is going to get a tremendous amount of value. So if you haven't done it yet, make sure you take advantage of that. I'm very passionate about this. I love what I do. I love working with financial planners, and I want to help you as well. So make sure you go ahead and set up the call. And if whatever's coming up for you, oh, I don't have a Series 65, I can't do this yet, or I don't know how to do the money coaching yet, or I just want to sell more, whatever it is, I want to help customize that to you. So make sure you set up a time, but hopefully this is very valuable and helps you tremendously so that you can go make more sales and make more money. Thanks again.